As experienced users know, B2W Estimate is a feature-rich tool that makes it easier for estimators to work faster and more accurately. As with any robust software, there's more than one way to do things. This short video introduces a useful shortcut for adding new tasks to a pay item in an estimate as more of a one-off, specifically to that estimate and not pulling it from your item database. So let's get started. First, we're going to access an estimate, and I'm going to access this Fox Hill development estimate. We're going to navigate to the estimate detail screen. Under the estimate detail screen, you're going to see here I have pay items that already have cost structure underneath it, indicating with the plus icon. We're going to go down to here to pay item 1600, and I can tell that it does not have a task underneath it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a task, a new task, not pulling it from the pay item database, but just simply creating a brand new task just for this estimate only. In order to do that, I can do one of two things. I can come up to the costing ribbon up top and left click on that, and I have my new task icon right here. Or I can right click on 1600 and then I can click on new task. It'll pull up the same new task icon. When this pulls up, I'm going to have the create new task. So this is allowing me to create a brand new task specifically for this estimate. So you can call the task name whatever you like. I'm going to go ahead and put a task name in here for this pay item. And a neat little trick for the quantity, if you want to pull the quantity as the same as the pay item, if you tab down, and the unit of measure is exactly the same as what the pay item is, if you tab down to the unit of measure field, and you can arrow down to the unit of measure by selecting it like so, or you can type in what the unit of measure is. So in this case, it's lineal foot, and then press tab. Then it automatically does a 1-to-1 factor ratio and will automatically fill in my quantity. And if I change my quantity on the pay item level, it will then automatically update my quantity on my task level as well. And then if you like, you can select a work type on here. Cost method is going to be, we're going to select detail, so that way we can add a crew underneath it. And the job cost ID, so if you are wanting to select a job cost for accounting purposes, or if you utilize track, you want to select a job cost. And we're going to use Storm job cost ID for this one. And then you can simply then click add. So now we've basically just created a task specifically for this estimate, and it's only for this estimate, and it's not saved back into the database. At this point, we're going to want to then add any additional components to that by then left clicking on the task, and then you can simply right click and you can add any additional components to that, whether it be a crew from your database, any materials, or any miscellaneous, or any additional tasks, subtasks, if you would like, underneath that. And that's totally optional, up to you. If you desire to keep that only for this estimate, you can certainly do that. If you like the task and you think other estimators, or maybe you'll want to use it for the future, what you can do at this point is you can actually right click on it, and then you can save it as a task template. You'll then be prompted to save it back to the resource database if you have the appropriate permissions to do so.